to Love After I Do. My name is Nicole.
My name is Sammy.
And we're here to talk about topics that relate to
love after marriage.
Yeah.
Today it's our first video. It's our first video, so we are going to have some serious bloopers. The reason why we did this quick story, we just got married 2 years ago. I guess it's not just then. We've been married for 2 years, and we noticed that there's not a lot of love advice specifically targeted towards LGBT communities. But no one's here to really give us advice on our love. So this is our take on it. We hope you enjoy it. We'll have different topics, and the most important thing about this is to be very interactive with everybody.
We're definitely going to have questions at the end. You can leave them in the comment section. This is really just a platform that we could all be able to talk and express some of the things that we go through in our unique marriage.
Ultimately, we just really want to be able to have couples communicate, stay married, and stay together to promote beautiful, harmonious, loving marriages with each other.
Yeah.
So our topic today is,
I kept a secret from my partner.
So I know a lot of us have definitely kept some type of secret from our partners. When we first meet someone, we want to show the best version of ourselves. So there's some things that we as people don't necessarily tell our partner, and eventually, like they always say, you know, what's dark, no, that's not it.
It has to come to light. Sometimes you hold it for so long and you don't realize, you know, like eventually I gotta tell my partner. So we're here to kind of give you some tips on how to be able to express that to your partner, how to be able to communicate a little bit better when it comes to things that you feel you're not ready to talk about. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, do I or do I not tell my partner? Are you ready for that moment? You want to be able to be ready to accept the negativity that may come towards it or the positive that comes out of it. Whatever it is, you have to be able to accept the consequences. That's the most important part. Are you ready to handle that as a person?
You have to be sure that you are ready to express whatever it is that you're holding from your partner. You have to be ready and able to share it with your partner. You have to know that whatever this secret is or whatever it is that you're holding, that you are absolutely ready and that you take 100% full responsibility of that secret, and you are open and willing to hear whatever reaction it is that your partner has to tell you. It could be something as little as, like, I don't know, you haven't been walking the dog outside like you said you would, or with your partner. 2, you've been cheating. Keeping something from a partner can be really cute and little, or it can be really big and change the whole aspect and dynamic of your relationship. So you definitely want to be ready for your partner's reaction. How you feel about the secret can be something completely different than how your partner feels, depending on how he or she has been raised and whatever they've been going through in life. So you have to make sure, are you fully ready to accept 100% of the responsibility and let your partner know, like, this is what has been happening. I haven't told you, but I'm ready to tell you now because, you know, I want you to trust me, or I want our trust to build more. You know, you have to be ready.
The second thing is you want to make sure that you give your partner time to process what you've just expressed. You're not going to get a response right away. So you need to make sure that you give your partner that time to process that. Give them that break to really understand, like, did they really just tell me? Did my partner just really tell me this? And accept that. Don't push it. Don't do anything. Because the same way that if you were to receive that same response from someone, you want time to be able to think about that and process that and figure out for yourself how you want to proceed with it. So give that respect to your partner as well. How do they want to proceed with it?
Like, an example could be, maybe you have a mental illness. I don't really like using those words, but say there's something that, there's a secret physically or mentally that you're holding from your partner. You have to be 100% able and ready to express it to your partner, meaning that you accept it, and that whatever reaction your partner gives you, you have to just be simply honest. But do not get offended when your partner may give you a reaction that you are just not ready to take. If you tell your partner that you have PTSD and your partner has had family members that had it and doesn't know how to react to it, don't get offended if your partner says something that you weren't expecting. So you have to be ready to take whatever reaction it is. That leads us to our third topic, which is to be open and understanding. Like, do not play victim. You know, If you've been holding something, don't play victim. Let your partner express how they feel. You are just dropping a bomb on them. You know, they didn't know. They came from work or whatever. You had a plan on how you're going to tell your partner, but your partner did not know that they were going to be dropped a bomb. You know, they didn't know that their relationship might potentially change. So you have to be very open, very understanding, and just do not play victim. Don't say, oh, how could you not understand me? You know, even if it's like you've been cheating and your partner's cheating and you're like, well, you cheated on me, that's why I cheated. You don't play victim.
You have to understand that you're presenting an entirely different element of change in your relationship.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, you know, it's kind of like you go through a pattern or some sort of routine, and now all of a sudden you just throw that I can't find the word. The wrench. That's what I was looking for. You just throw that wrench into your relationship, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, how am I supposed to handle this? Yeah. So yes, please, you have to be open and understanding to the, you know, topic that you're really trying to discuss with your partner. The next thing is definitely make sure that you fully accept responsibilities for your action. You really just gotta own it. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah. And this falls back to what we was just talking about of, you know, don't play victim. Don't, you know, feel sorry for yourself and things like that. Own up to it. You told your partner for a reason. You love them enough that you want to communicate with them on a better level, and you want to be completely open and transparent. Make sure that when you're open and transparent, no matter what it is, accept the judgment. You have to accept the judgment, even if it's good or bad. Eventually, it's going to make you a better person, and you're going to look at your partner in a different way because of their reaction. It may be good, it may be bad, but it's like, you know what, but I respect you enough that you didn't judge me on what I just told you, or I accept the fact that you judge me on what I'm telling you, but at least I was honest with you. So it's really about how you deliver that message. Make sure out of everything that you do, take responsibility for what you're about to encounter with your partner.
If your partner's reaction is, you know what, the secret is too big, we cannot work, it's still your truth. So if your partner can't take this, at the end of the day, it will be you with this truth. So it's good just to be honest, just really take full responsibility of your actions. Don't play victim. Don't persuade your partner like, oh, this lie or this secret isn't that bad. Be completely transparent. Let them know why it is you held this secret. If you have someone who has a lot of trust issues, the slightest little lie can really throw them off because they've been lied to so many times. Yeah. So you want to be fully responsible for your actions and let them know what it is you want to do with that relationship from this moment on to the next. You have to have a next move. That brings us to our fifth thing to do when you kept the secret from your partner. You want them to know is, where do we go from here? You know, you dropped a bomb. Maybe you never told them you had a child. Maybe you told them that you're a lesbian but you're really bisexual, or vice versa. Maybe you're transgendered and you didn't let your partner know, or whatever it is. Where do we go from here? Because you obviously love this person, you want this person in your life, but you have to be open and allow that person to have free will to decide what they want to do.
One of the reasons that we keep secrets from anybody, because we don't want people to see our wrong. We don't want people to judge us. And so we either lie about it to protect ourselves from that judgment, you know, and to protect ourselves from anybody else kind of telling you who you are, you know, and you not being ready for that. One of the things that you have to understand is that you have to be able to develop a plan in your relationship about not only what you just expressed, your secret, but how do you handle communication going forward? You don't want to come every 2 months, every 6 months, whatever it is, saying, I have a secret to tell you. You know, you don't.
Say it all.
You're not going to trust that partner, because then the next question is, well, what else do you have to hide? You want to be able to be comfortable enough to sit down with your partner and say, I have something I need to tell you. Like, let me talk to you about it. I'm not proud of it, but I need to tell you about it because you deserve honesty. You deserve the truth. You deserve me to communicate with you about whatever it is. Yeah. So just make sure that aside from, you know, telling the secret, that you in your relationship develop a plan on how you guys want to communicate in your relationship?
Yeah.
What do you need from your partner to make sure that communication is completely transparent? You know, no matter what it is, we need to always meet at a common ground. Even, you know, with us, if there's something that we need to talk about, or if there's something that we need to express.
We usually start off with a letter. We start off with a letter. And we've been together almost 7 years.
Yeah.
So I'm good at writing how I feel. She's good at writing. After that, as nerve-wracking as it is, because you really don't want to hurt this person, you just have to express it. So
Yeah.
we'll sit down and read the letter. You know, we don't really do that too much anymore, but
In the beginning,
that's
what
what
it was. Yeah.
we wrote a letter, and however our reaction is, you know, it was what it was. It felt very calming and warming to hear that letter, because it actually meant that there was some thought put into it. So it just put us at a very, like, my guard wasn't up. My guard was not up when she read this letter to me, because I knew that she really cared for me, but there was just something that she had to get off her chest.
Yeah.
But don't do, like, if you're, like, you're cheating, or, like, there's some type of, like, that, and that wasn't our situation, but if you're cheating or something like that,
don't put that in a letter.
like, you know, say what you have to say. Like, if it's cheating and you can't stop yourself, then you're not apologetic, you're not open. So, you know, just, you need time for yourself. If it's just something you're really nervous about saying, or maybe it was a past cheating situation, then you definitely can try a letter.
Yeah.
Write how you feel first, and then express it to your partner. I definitely think the ego should be released, because you don't want to, like, have this, like, big old, I don't know how to say it. You don't want to have, like, this confident aura about you where you're like, this is my secret, now what we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be open and honest.
Yeah.
So trust is the name of the game.
And like I said, you know, the whole letter was in the very beginning of our relationship, because we were still just trying to understand how to
Yeah.
communicate with each other. So over time, there was no letter needed, because, you know, I trusted you to a point where I didn't have to write anything, because there was just no judgment anymore.
Yeah.
And even if there was, I'm comfortable enough to come to you and say, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I need your help. So eventually it became less written and more verbal.
Yeah.
And over time, this is how you learn your partner, and how you learn to communicate better and more effective in your relationship. Definitely writing some things down is a good way to start it off, until you guys develop a better system of communicating. But down the line, you may not even need it. You know, you just come to one another and be like, listen, we got to talk about something serious.
Yeah.
And this is what it is.
If you kept a secret from your partner, this is definitely something you want to tell your partner before you even think about proposing. Let them know what it is. Be honest. Are you ready to let your partner know about this secret? Give your partner time to process this, or if they need break, be open about that. Be open and understanding. Do not play victim. Make sure you are fully responsible of your actions. And where do we go from here?
That's the only way that you build trust. Where do we go from here? How do we commit to this plan as well? One thing I do want to mention, even after all of these tips, right? And let's just say whoever you're with just doesn't accept it. Nope, I'm done. I'm out of here. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay. You know, I'm saying that because your truth will always outweigh somebody else's judgment. So if your truth is out there and somebody cannot accept your truth down the line, they're not meant for you. Maybe they're not ready for something like that. You know, they're not ready for somebody who's mature enough, who's transparent enough, and to be vulnerable to them, to say, hey, this is who I am. I'm sorry, but I'm not proud of this, but this is who I am. If they're willing to just walk away from that, it's okay. What I can say is, for the next time around, if you have to deliver that truth again to another person, and this doesn't have to be in a relationship, this could be with family, friends, whatever, you'll be ready for it, because you already know this is my truth. Either you accept me as I am, or you just don't. We just hope that, you know, these tips will help you or help someone that you know in a relationship, with a friend or a family, whatever the case is, to get through that secret, that blockage that you may have, to be able to talk and just express yourself and express your truth.
This is our first video, so bear with us. But if you have any topics, or if you have anything you want us to discuss, let us know. Also, if you're a couple and you've been through something like this, please write down in the comments. Maybe you can help somebody as well with and mention things that we haven't mentioned. Like I said, this is a very interactive channel, and we would definitely love your help.
Tune in for our next episode. It's going to be coming up shortly. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave us a comment. comment at the bottom of your experience of a secret that you may have had that, you know, either went great or didn't go so well. All right?
Always
See you
love.
soon.
Thank